Hello friends, welcome back to another security news bites. So today is the last news bites for this month. Going on to the first story, which is about Mailinator. So Mailinator is a new way of accessing your emails, or it's a new concept in emails wherein all the emails which you could ever think of is already present in mailinator.com. So all you have to do is think of some crazy names such as balaschool at mailinator.com. Really? Okay. So if I head over to mailinator.com, you would find the particular inbox. The interesting thing is, if you were to head over there, you would also be able to see my inbox, which means all inboxes which you could ever think of is open to everyone. So where do you use these kind of mailboxes? It's for services which you think that need not really give your personal email addresses, so that you would be spammed later on, right? Those are the email addresses where you would give these kind of mailinator inbox email addresses. But a word of caution, everyone can read the emails which are going to this particular inbox, so use it and throw it away. So we start with that. The next one is with respect to Bronze Union APT. So this APT was known by several other names, namely APT 27, Lucky Mouse, or Emissary Panda. What this group did is they recently updated their remote access Trojan. Recently, in the sense in the year 2018, which is almost 2 months behind us. So this group is actually, it's not these, it's this group is linked with a Chinese based threat group is what has been discovered. And the Bronze Union APT group usually uses an attacking technique called as waterholing. What this means is that they compromise a particular website which is frequented by certain demographic of people. So say for example a German news site. If I want to target German users, then I compromise a German news site, so only German speaking people would go to a German news site, and those people alone would be targeted. I believe you get what I mean, right? So so the malware which gets executed are in the name of ZX Shell or GhostRat or sysupdate malware. So more about this particular story in this particular URL, and if you want to see how exactly they go ahead and target, so these are the steps which they follow. If GhostRat binary is getting executed on your mission, you would see, if you were already impacted, you would see it under your percentage system percentage, which happens to be your C Windows System 32 folder, under which you would see this particular file of fast user switching compatible sex.dll. So if you find this particular file, then you would know that you are a victim for Bronze Union APT. So what these people does is, like, they send a malicious document or an SWC file which downloads an SFX file, which in turn drops 3 files which executes via DLL search order hijacking. Then finally the sys update, which I explained in the last slide, gets injected into svc host.exe. So as a blue teamer or as an incident responder, if I were to log into the mission, I would see only svc host.exe process ID or process being run there. So then after injecting there, it runs some command line arguments and exfiltrates some of the data from there, and then performs certain installation tasks, which then starts the second stage payload. So up until all these stages, the second stage payload is completely hidden. You wouldn't know where it's going to get downloaded from. So all these stages needs to pass, only then the attacker would reveal where the second stage of payload is, which can do any number of things, from listing the files on a remote system to activating your camera or mic, which is the normal stuff which almost all the malware does. But the thing is, it has to jump through these many number of hoops to go to that particular location, is what makes this very attractive to security researchers. Okay, the next one is with respect to Spectre CPU attack. And this recently got surfaced once again because there is a variant of this which got recently spoken in a symposium which is called as Network Distributed Security something, I forgot that, NDSS. So if I were to ask you to picture an animal on a tree eating a fruit, okay, the answer is coming up shortly. Go ahead, picture it in your head. Did you picture a monkey eating a banana? If so, your brain just did something called as Spectre. You speculated what I'm trying to ask you to guess, right? But actually what I was thinking is more of a squirrel eating a guava in a tree. So this is exactly how Spectre would work. So if I'm doing some task in my computer, the computer thinks that, okay, these are possibly some of the things which you might require in the future, and goes ahead and executes them. If there is malicious code over there, then the malicious code also gets executed. Then the researchers goes on to say that new detection techniques are required and software level mitigations are desperately needed for this, is what they say. And the maximum number of malicious instruction which they can run for this particular attack is 100 to 200 instructions, and they can exfiltrate data at a speed of 5.38 kbps, which as per the link over here it says it's very slow, but during my college days I used a dial-up modem which was at 3 kbps. Then I used a dial-up, what's a download accelerator plus or something, to download something little bit faster. So I feel this speed is almost comparable, in fact more than what I used to get over a dial-up. So if the researchers are able to achieve that now, there is no say as to what they could down the lane. So the next one is with respect to Bangladeshi embassy website in Cairo, which is compromised and serving a malicious doc. The malicious doc, upon visiting the site, is named as conference_details.doc. So this looks a little bit kind of a sweet name, so for people to open up to see what's inside that particular doc. But disguised under the name is an encapsulated postscript which exploits the CV in 2017-0261 vulnerability and tries to download a Godzilla loader in this particular path of C program data Microsoft Windows DRM folder, and the file is called as msbuild.exe. it's not build. So what this Godzilla loader would later on do is it can go and fetch any other malware and start installing on that particular PC. So the security researcher tried contacting the Bangladeshi people who are responsible for maintaining the website, and they haven't heard back from them, is what's being said in the particular link. So if you are a company which exists in several countries, then this is something which you may want to follow up with that particular local country. The next one is with respect to DMA attacks. DMA stands for Direct Memory Access. So previously they found this attack using Thunderbolt port. So Thunderbolt port are usually in the form of a USB-C with a thunder striking right next to it, or there are various types of other Thunderbolt ports as well. One of that is something which represents in the USB-C format. So what this would allow us to do is, like, whatever content which is there in the memory is probably decrypted, and I can read them directly off of a Thunderbolt port. So if I were to visit a particular website, say my banking website, and try to log in using my username and password, my username and password is going to be saved in the clear text on my system's RAM. So via my Thunderbolt port, I would be able to retrieve them out, is what this particular attack states. So the operating system people notice this, and they introduce something called as IOMUU, which is Input Output Memory Management Unit, to counter this above attack. Right, then the security researchers found another attack called Thunderclap flaw, which can bypass the IOMUU and trick the system into giving them sensitive part of the memory to be read. So the moral of the story is disable Thunderbolt port if you are not using it, and the researchers have also found that USB-C appearing on devices have started increasing the attack surface. So more on that is present in this particular link. The next one is with respect to Farseer malware starts attacking Windows alongside Android as well. So this story was found discovered by Palo Alto Unit 42. Says that Farseer has connection with Henbox. Henbox is another nickname given to a particular threat actor group, and the Henbox malware is also present in some of the VPN service providers, and probably it's there in Android Play Store as well, but this is unconfirmed news. So Henbox primarily targets Turkish Uyghur groups, and they usually spread via phishing and via malicious PDF which was served from a Myanmar website, is what this particular site, this particular reference link claims. With this, we come to the end of today's security newscast. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Bye bye.